Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video we're going to be looking at Torghast. Now what do I mean with Torghast? Well, the new system of Torghast. There's a lot of new things. So we have talents, we have a new scoring system, and we have some achievements as well as a new amount of Soul Ash and Soul Cinders that we're going to get every week. So if you were hoping to not do Torghast and you were like, well, that was a 9.0 and 9.05 thing, you might be wrong. You still have to do that thing. But on the bright side, it's not all bad. The runs are a bit more fun because they're slightly different, as well as a bunch of cool cosmetic rewards, which I'm also going to go through. So that's a lot of cool stuff. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the new scoring system. This new scoring system is also going to be linked to the achievements, which I'm going to talk about later on in the video. So how does the scoring work? Well, the scoring works the following way. It works with percentage, and also it works in 5 categories. So let's say you do a perfect run, you have 100%, you've done everything you can in this Torghast run, you've done it in the best of your ability, you'll get Flawless, and you'll get 100%, which will go towards the achievement once you do it in layer 12. That said, the important thing to note is how to get Flawless, how to actually get the perfect score. Well, this is the way you have to do this. You have to kill everything, and I mean everything. Phylacteries included. If you see a soul, you have to free it. If you have to do really everything you can that you might have always done, but sometimes you were like, well, I'm just gonna skip this, I overpowered this by a mile, why should I bother? Well, now there's actually an incentive to do everything in Torghast. So that's that. Great. Why would I do this score thingy again? Well, this score thingy will allow you, when layer 12 comes out, which is going to come out in 2/3 weeks, to do an achievement. This achievement will work the following way. You'll get a really cool ass mount if you get Flawless on each type of map that comes to Torghast. So we have the Fracture Chamber, we have the Soul Forges, we have overall we have 6 maps. Can't remember all of them, bunch of weird names. But we have 6 maps, 2 per week, so this achievement will take you roughly 3 weeks. But on the bright side, you're going to do Torghast anyway, so you might as well get an achievement. And the way this works is you have to get Flawless. Now, when I say Flawless, there's also one thing you have to keep in mind, and that is dying. Dying actually removes some of the percentage you get, so you have to really do this perfectly. It has to be the smoothest run you can get it to. Alright, so next up, let's talk a bit about the talents. So how strong are these talents? What do they allow you to do? Well, let's have a look. Now, these talents have a lot of potential. Some of them increase your haste, some of them increase your speed, some of them allow you to loot stuff. And this first week, the only thing we get is the 2 first rows. Now, this gives you also some incentives to actually bother with getting Flawless runs. The reason for this is you get more of this new currency, which is called Tower Knowledge, the more flawless your run is. So if you do your 2 runs completely flawless, as you can see, I didn't do both of them flawless, I didn't bother. But if you do both of them flawless, this first week you should get around 160 in the currency. And this will allow you to do your Torghast runs faster. This will allow you, well, to get some cool and neat upgrades. So the first one we have is automatically loot enemies excluding Torghast bosses. Now this overall just makes you win time. So it's always a nice upgrade, especially if you're just doing your every week run. Next up, we have Empowered Swiftness. Becoming empowered increases movement speed by an additional 5% per rank, and haste by an additional 5% again per rank. Up to 10% with the 2 ranks, of course. This overall, if haste is your primary stat, is amazing. It just allows you to do more damage, and it allows you to overall have a better experience, and as well as feel the vibe of you being more powerful as you climb the tower, which is kind of cool. Next up, we have Blessing of the Ancients. Now, what is a blessing, you might ask? There's quite a few of them. I've only been able so far to see one. As you can see, I only have one. And the blessing I had basically increased the amount of intellect I got from the souls I saved. So yeah, it's really good actually. And some of these blessings I'm pretty sure you'll get used to, which is kind of cool. Next up we have Discovered Cache. A selection of up to 2 rare anima powers will be available for purchase from the broker. And that increases in the ranks, of course. Next up, Empowered Perseverance. Empowered lasts 25% longer. What's Empowered? Empowered is this new ability that comes with the new system. So as you progress in a floor, a line will start to get filled up, a bar will get filled up, as if you were doing like Mythic Plus and you were getting to Pride, for example. And upon reaching a certain amount of kills and doing activities in that flow, you'll be able to use an ability called Empowered. Now this Empowered ability will give you more haste, it will make you overall do more damage. I think if I remember correctly, it's around 25% more damage or something like that. So it's pretty good, and it also gives you more percent as to how good you did. So, for example, you use your empowerment, you do 10% of the floor. With this empowerment, well, you get an extra 10%. So this can fix up deaths and basically allow you to get flawless, even though you might have mucked up a little bit during your run. So I would just advise, use it if you're gonna pull something big. Just kill as much as you can with the empowerment. It should be quite easy on mains, maybe not as much on ults, but on ults I don't think you should have to worry too much about doing this. As you can see, there's a lot of power. I'm not going to go through them, otherwise this video would be insanely long. But this is a new cool system that they added. Overall, this will allow you to have a better experience when it comes to Torghast, as well as, you know, just customizing how you do your runs, which is pretty cool in my opinion, and I think Blizzard really delivered when it came to this. Lastly, we have achievements, starting with many things. Research every talent in the box of many things, and you will get a cool ass pet called Mordal Evening Star. Pretty easy, right? You just do your weekly Torghast, and eventually, by the end of this patch, or quite soon actually, if you just do every single round flawless, you'll get a free pet, which is actually really cool. The next one we have is Flawless Master, and that's the one that people are going to be looking to do as fast as they can. So the way this works, achieve a flawless run on layer 12 in each wing in Torghast. So it's potentially going to be a bit tougher because you have to not die, and the raid is only coming out in a week, and layer 12 is coming out a week after that. So actually 2 weeks after that, never mind. So the goal here is going to be to struggle through it when it comes out, so you can get them out as soon as you can. Or just wait till the end of the patch. It'll probably be a complete walk in the park and everyone will have this mount. But nonetheless, it's a cool ass mount, so doing the flawless once on each layer could be potentially worth it. I mean, look at this mount. It actually looks pretty cool, and it reminds you of the one that drops from the raid, as well as I think there's another achievement that drops another version of this. Anyway guys, with that said, I hope you enjoyed the vid. I'm not gonna go on rambling about Torghast because we're all gonna have to suffer through this eventually. It's gonna get boring, but at least Blizzard's making a step forward, I tend to think, with the new rewards, the new talents, and overall I think it's gonna be a better experience, at least for the first half of the patch, I hope. So anyway, thanks for watching guys. Sub, like, and hit that bell button if you enjoyed my content, and we'll see you around in the next one. See ya!